What's up, y'all? My name is Devontae, and I'm coming at you with a late night upload because I also sacrificed my time so you don't have to. But okay, so apparently I'm a dumb fuck and I've been living under a rock because this is a huge controversy that stems almost 2 days ago. It completely slept underneath my radar. That just tells you how busy I was these past couple of days. But apparently Tiffany Stratton made a big oopsie. So, you know what? We're going to watch the video together. Quite frankly, I haven't watched the video yet. I didn't see it. I seen the post. I looked up the post, but I said to myself, nah, let me watch it in real time so I don't get too emotional about it if it ends up being something fucking stupid. Or maybe it might have a good point that I want to say watching it in real time. I might forget it coming home. So this is my first time watching it. We're going to watch it together. Well, I mean, you're going to watch it in post-production, but you get the gist. Let's watch the video real quick. Okay. All right. I can see how that comes off. You know what? I think there are multiple ways to look at a situation like this, and people are going to be like, Devontae, of course, you're going to play the nuance game because you're an Uncle Tom. Like, no, I'm just not you who takes everything and bastardizes the word racism because it's convenient for whatever victimization you want to put across. I don't give a shit about your opinion about me. I mean, if you think I'm Uncle Tom, whatever, it ain't the first time I heard it. Probably won't be the last time I heard it. I don't care. It's coming from people like you, so if I pissed you off, good for me, I guess, in the end of the day. But no, I'm gonna play the nuance game, and I'm gonna play the both sides, both of your faults game here, because that's what it is. In the end of the day, it's both people's faults. You know, from Tiffany Stratton perspective, Tiffany, you know what day and age we live in. Why would you post something like that? That's just asking for trouble. There's no other way to look at that. I can see people looking at that, calling it insensitive. Racist is no, you're a retard if you think this is racist. Insensitive, yes. I can totally see how people could think this is insensitive. I mean, it's a whole fucking video for, you know, clobbering Jade Cargill in the face and going, black, you know what, can't say it because apparently YouTube doesn't like you when you combine swear words with the women. I got taken down for that already, so I already know my rules, so I'm going to shut my mouth on that part right there. But just seeing the video. And yeah, like I said, from that context right there, what Tiffany Stratton did as far as the post is considered, obviously it comes off insensitive. It doesn't look good at all. But you have to be a complete and utter retard to look at what she posted and think that she's a fucking racist. Better yet, you have to be a complete retard to think to yourself, her working for WWE, that she would have the balls. Let's just hypothetically say that she was racist, which she's not, by the way. You're a moron if you think she is. But let's just hypothetically throw it out there. Let's just say that she's 100% racist. You think her working for WWE, she'd be dumb enough to put her career on the line by posting a video like that to get herself not only outed as a racist, and by the way, having her life completely ruined, but ruining her job because common sense, the internet, they don't go hand to hand together. And you know, I'm seeing people online already. I read a couple of comments before I seen the video. People are like, it's time to cancel Tiffany Stratton. Tiffy time is over. And all this other stupid fucking virtue signaling nonsense. Let's just make one thing perfectly fucking clear. Outside of the fact that Tiffany Stratton is absolutely not racist. And honestly, it just sounds like she had a dumb blonde moment. Didn't realize the context as far as how insensitive it looked to post something like that. And, you know, she just probably recognized, oh shit, this looks really, really bad. And I think she took the video down already, right? Didn't she? I'm pretty sure she did. There's no way she kept the video up. I didn't see it on her post, but I'm almost certain she took the video down. You gotta be, I mean, again, I'm never gonna say it over and over and over again, because again, these people, I said it once and I'll say it again. Again, the Brian Zanes of the world, the people on that side of the aisle, they don't care. They don't care. What part do you guys understand? They don't care about the context. They don't care about the person. They don't care about the situation. They don't care about the history. They don't care about the circumstances. Nothing matters but the moment. They want you to be held accountable for the exact moment you did something that you didn't recognize that you were doing. And then they'll make up a bunch of conspiracy theories as to why you, the person who has never shown any racism and bone in your body or anything regardless, nothing in your history has suggested anything, but because you did it right then and there, and they have the virtue signal on something. I mean, goddamn, it's like the blood of a dead animal corpse, flowing into a river full of fucking piranhas. Like, ooh, it's feasting time, right? They don't care. So why even go out of your way to cater to these people? I keep saying this over and over and over again. When it comes to the black separatists of the world, when it comes to the Antifa people of the world, when it comes to the progressives of the world, when it comes to this whole coalition of people who actually believe that race matters over all, identity is what's gonna carry you throughout the world, and that's all that fucking matters. And more importantly, just the whole thing of like, don't look at, I mean, because like, isn't that kind of like reverting right back to racism when it's all said and done, right? Don't look at the person based on their merit, but look at them based off their skin color. I mean, isn't that what it is? I mean, they say all the time that white people you can't be racist against, even though, I mean, the whole thing of even saying white people just, I mean, you're naming them as a race and you're discriminating against them, so you're being racist. But then like they make all these like little side things to pretend as if you're actually doing something bad because they can't get you on the legitimate definition of what they want to get you on. So they'll say things like systematic racism, and then they'll say things like unconscious bias or unconscious racism, or whatever stupid fucking buzzword. I forgot I think it's unconscious bias or something like that, some shit like that. And it's like, you can't prove that. And if that's the case, then can I just say you're unconscious, whatever negative pejorative you want to throw out there? I mean, what is this? Again, you're not going to win a battle with these people, because in the end of the day, the only thing that matters to them is that they feel special, right? And for them to feel special, that means you have to suffer the consequences so they can virtue signal over, so they can feel good about themselves. And if you see anybody going after Tiffany Stratton, the best course of action is to just ignore these people. I've been saying this for years. That's why, like I said, when they come after me and they say things like, coon this, Uncle Tom that, all these other fucking bad words and, hypocritical connotations and homonyms towards me, we're against racism, we don't like it. Unless you step out of line, then we're totally fucking racist against you. Fuck black people at that point. And we love black people, but yeah, if you step outside the line, then you're no longer black. Like, come on, bro. You can't have a conversation with these fucking people because they don't care about a conversation. You think Tiffany Stratton, let's just say hypothetically speaking, Bianca Belair were to post something that said silly cracker and then hit Tiffany Stratton in the face, right? Now, mind you, there will be an uproar over there. I think there'd be a similar uproar to what you're seeing with Tiffany Stratton. But my thing is, how many black people would have actually come to the defense of Bianca Belair? Let me tell you, a bunch. Super duper negative thing to say about anybody as far as a racial undertone is considered, but in this context specifically towards black people, if she were to say cracker at Tiffany Stratton, they would have held her up on their shoulders. They would have blocked their bodies. They would have done whatever they could to make it known that, hey, Bianca's our queen. And all the stuff that you guys did a couple of years ago, let it be known that Bianca Belair was just giving it. Okay, we got tired of receiving it, and now we're just giving it. Although, they never really went through anything, because that's how systematic. And again, they'll bring up things like systematic racism, which is like, let's just give them a point, and let's just say that systematic racism happens to be a thing, right? And again, there could be individuals who suffer from consequences from previous generations that I feel that you can focus on the individual level and get them straightened out based off of what happened with their ancestors that directly impact them. I'm not saying that it doesn't exist, but to pretend as if it exists on this grander scale in order to virtue signal over is what I have a problem with. Not to mention systematic racism. Let's just hypothetically say, like I said, it happens on a grand scale. On the pyramid scale of what happens to be the biggest victimization, when it comes to racism, I'm pretty sure systematic racism is so goddamn low on the totem pole. Is it really worth talking about? Right? Like, we're talking about the sun versus some fucking fire you started with some sticks, rubbing it against the rocks, and then sparking something on some tumbleweed, right? That's the equivalent of what I look at when it comes to legitimate racism, meaning you can't do things and we do not like you, and this person is better than you, all based off of what color skin that you happen to be born in. Legitimate, true racism. Racism to the point that if you were to actually do the fucking racism, not only will everybody fucking hate you, but it's actually illegal. You know, it's illegal to hold someone back from doing something, in particular, like getting a job. It's not illegal to say the N-word. It's not illegal to be racist against someone, but it's illegal to hold someone back from opportunities based off of their skin color. That's what it is. That's the Civil Rights Act of 1964. We have all learned this in middle school. Some of us in high school. Some of us in college. Some of us never, because you're a fucking retard. And it's okay. I love you anyways. But Tiffany Stratton did nothing wrong. Absolutely nothing wrong. And hopefully she doesn't kowtow to the mob in the sense that, like, hey, she has to go out there and pander all the fucking sudden. You ain't gotta do all that. None of that pandering shit. If I was her, I just put out one single tweet and I'll just explain myself. Hey, it's a meme. I didn't mean it in the way that you're gonna, you know, blame me, because again, you can't find anything in my history that suggests otherwise. I did see people say that Tiffany Stratton happens to be a Trump supporter, so therefore that means she's a bad person. I mean, as opposed to Joe Biden, you know, the guy who supported busing, you know, the guy who legitimately was friends with guys in the Ku Klux Klan, you know, the guy who legitimately said not even 4 years ago, if you don't vote for him, you're not black. Huh? You mean his wife who said things about Mexicans about loving tacos? Yeah, that was a real thing. Yeah, you're gonna say that loving Trump makes you a fucking a racist all of a sudden. Yeah, sure. Whatever floats your boat, because again, politics is downstream to culture, right? So in the end of the day, most of these people don't know a goddamn thing as far as the stuff that they talk about. You tell them to bring up one point about Donald Trump being an incredible racist, and they immediately go to things like Charlottesville, and that's pretty much all they got, honestly. And most people would tell you that they condemn Donald Trump for his rhetoric, even though we all know that he didn't mean anything as far as a racist connotation is considered. They don't care, because one happens to be a Republican and the other one happens to be a Democrat, and that's usually how this works in this world today. No such thing as a conversation, but because you actually happen to have an affiliation with a certain party that usually aligns with certain ideals, that means automatically you have to be the worst thing in the world because we disagree on a particular issue that makes me a part of that political party. For an example, me, I like abortion. I hate abortion. I despise abortion. That's my main catalyst as to what made me be a Republican to begin with, before I start delving more into the actual ideology in itself. But because I said to myself that, hey, I hate abortion because it kills babies. Even when I consider myself to be more on the left, I always hated abortion. Never really been a big fan of it. Never liked it at all. That's the issue that made me more so lean Republican, lean more to the right before I became a full-blown conservative. And because of that issue, you know, that makes me a traitor of the black community. You see, like, things like that, for an example. Like I said, Tiffany, put out a strong tweet. Tell everybody, hey, I had a dumb blonde moment. I said stupid things, or I posted a stupid meme that didn't mean any harm. I was just poking fun at Jade Cargill. You know, I thought I was being funny. Didn't really look at it like the way you guys looked at it. And honestly, it was a huge misunderstanding, a huge mistake. You can't take what I'm doing as far as a meme is considered and then say that you're going to ruin my career over it. You see, I will say there are people online saying that we want to ruin Tiffany Stratton's career. Like I said, the Tiffany time over shit, it's so stupid. Like I said, it's so stupid. There's so many nuances behind all this, and there's so many ways you could hold people accountable for their actions for things that they did do. But you'd rather look at like the very, 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 very bad end of said spectrum of whatever a person believes, and then try to hold them to that status, even though they're not even remotely close to that status. But because, you know, the same people who hate Republicans for always believing in conspiracy theories, they'll be the first ones to put things on your behalf and pretend as if you actually believe all this stuff because you made a fucking meme joke that you had no clue had any of the racial undertones, and you were too stupid and too oblivious and weren't really thinking straight when you posted it. They really think in the end of the day that you're a mastermind. Same people, rush to this. fucking January 6th, all this other kind of stuff. Conspiracy theories are bad now, okay? Conspiracy theories are bad, okay? But they'll be the first ones to make up every fucking terrible thing and place it upon you and say you are this thing. Because within the family of the position that you were taking, whether it's an argument or a joke or just making a blatant statement, just because it happens to be within that general vicinity in regards to that family, that means you're in the deep water of that family. Society is stupid. That's probably the best way to look at this. And hopefully Tiffany Stratton doesn't take it to heart. And hopefully she can just keep going, because she's a hell of a talent. And no one should be ruining her career, taking 10 seconds out of their day to pretend that they actually give a shit about a situation that they know good and damn well isn't to the extent of what they actually legitimately believe. It shouldn't matter to having to take 10 seconds out of your day to ruin someone's life, to go on with your own life, knowing that you just ruined this person's life only because you wanted to get likes on Twitter or hearts on Instagram or whatever fucking dopamine drug you need in order to make yourself feel good. That's why I hate progressives overall. 9 times out of 10, they never really stand for whatever issue they claim to stand for. They just say it and then they virtue signal over it because it's a dopamine hit when it comes to making themselves feel like they're special because they did the right thing according to their political alignment. Everything's cancer. You're cancer. I'm not cancer. I'm awesome. But Tiffany Stratton, keep your head up and keep on moving forward and ignore the knuckleheads. As always, my name is Devontae, and I'll be catching you guys later. Deuces. P. Eyes.